Hello, audience, and welcome to the first, I call it the first part in what I don't want to call a series because I hopefully it will be able to go on for a while. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm or might be shooting myself in the foot with this, but anyway, back to the main point. This is the first video in my done right or done wrong part. And as it says in the title, and as I said in my last video, I'm going to be talking about music, particularly the American music industry, because I don't want to get into all the other countries and whatnot, because I don't necessarily have quite the same knowledge about what's going on here, and I don't want to misinform you. I'd hate to lie to you, but I don't particularly like where it is right now. Just to throw it out there, I feel like it's been declining since the very late 90s. Basically, just to put it, simply, 12 years ago is when I feel it really started to fall. Not necessarily the music quality started to fail, but the musicians themselves, I feel like, particular artists and bands and everything, they're, lack of a better term, and selling their soul to the music industry. I don't want to paint the wrong picture with that. I'm just simply using it as an example, because I feel that a lot lately has disappeared from the music industry in the way of heart. Just to get it out there, the heart and the passion of music is disappearing, I feel, and things are becoming more and more about getting your mark on the world, getting popular, having people recognize you, and making money, obviously. But I'll talk about all that stuff later. Actually, probably won't. I already stated what I think about it, and that's just what it's becoming more and more about. And I feel like that this making music for the sake of making music, to express yourself, to express your opinion, to entertain the people, because you love it so much, is just disappearing very, very quickly in recent years. And it makes me very sad, really, because I feel like music doesn't necessarily exist without it. Obviously, it literally still does, but I feel like music has become very, very underestimated as a form of entertainment in the past years. I don't think people realize just how powerful it is. In stuff like movies and video games and all that stuff, music plays a huge role that people just kind of, they don't particularly notice it because it's just something that's kind of in the background. But if you watch, I don't know, an action-packed movie and take all the music out of it, it's just simply not the same. And it goes for, tons of other things. When I'm driving, the songs on the radio can depict whether, I have a good drive or whether I'm going to be mad at one little thing somebody did. If there's songs that I like on, I'm not going to care if somebody cuts me off necessarily, because I'm still enjoying something like music. It also, obviously, is the way that we digest music is very particular to any other form of entertainment. You have movies that you sit there and watch. Same with TV. You have video games that are more interactive than those. But music, I believe, that it used to be something that could strike somebody very, very deep, and I do believe it still can. But it doesn't happen quite the same as it used to. Now, there's things like, let me, make that exactly what it is meant to be. There are things like American Idol. I'm not particularly talking about that, but all those spin-off types things that I mean. I don't like those. And I'm not being that guy who's like, I don't want to watch people singing. That's not it. It's the fact that I feel like all it does is endanger people to becoming that heartless, which, you know what I mean, as I explained, type of musician. And if it does that, all it does is speed up the process. Obviously, I want to explain that there are people who've come out of American Idol that I'm sure are still very, very committed to their fans and to the music they make and to making music because they love music so much. But let's be honest, some of them aren't. Just like, there's a lot of people out there who aren't. And I feel like that's the worst thing going on right now. And I'm not against people making money. People have to make money because if you didn't make money, you'd die because you wouldn't be able to eat unless you ate grass. But then you'd be a cow, and a cow's not a person. So anyway, people have to make money, so that's fine, But when you are simply making, when the musicians are simply making music to make money, I feel like that's when all is lost. Now, I do feel like there's some hope in this. And as I refer to it, the last bastion for the heart of the musician is the internet. And I don't mean things like iTunes or the Pirate Bay. Shame on all of you. I mean things like YouTube that you're watching me on right now. You have those musicians who I like to refer to them sometimes as the hometown heroes of the music world, even though I don't think many of them live in Oklahoma. But the ones who make music and post it simply for the joy of making music and posting it for other people to see. And you just can't find that anymore. It's very hard. And what you get from the ones who succeed in that have that talent and that passion that it remains there. It doesn't get corrupt, so to speak. And that's why I feel like they have a much, much more stable and dedicated fan base than the ones where, after a few years, everybody forgets about them. Because there are still those people, hey, let's go back and watch this, about something that happened years ago. Because the originality and the passion and the effort that went into it, simply for the sake of making it. And that being said, I think the American music industry is doing things wrong. But there is hope, viewers. I'm always going to try in these videos, I'm going to explain, since it's my first one, to try and find the opposite of what I explained in the first part. Which in this case is a good thing about music right now. And that is actually, surprise, something that I've found on YouTube. His name is Andrew Stein. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, Andrew Stein. Hopefully he'll let me know if that's not how you pronounce it, and then I'll feel terrible because I just ruined everything. But anyway, I'm posting the link to his channel in the description. He also has another channel called Mando Pony for all of his MLP music, which, if you don't know what that is, it won't be hard to figure out. You can check it out. I was worried telling people that I know about that, but love and tolerance, right? Anyway, and I'm also going to be posting a link to one of his best creations. It was actually made by him, somebody called Acoustic Brony, and I think somebody else. It'll be in the description of that song, but it's called Loyalty. And he's an amazing guy, amazingly talented guy. And a big part of it, I think, is his simplicity in the music that he places on YouTube. And I don't want that to sound bad, because I was watching a video he has where he was answering questions sent in by his subscribers, not just his fans. And then, what do you use to record your songs? And it was, you have those big Hollywood stars with the huge, entire studios filled with equipment. And this guy has, a room with some stuff in it. And it's, in my opinion, better than a lot of the stuff that comes out of there. And it's things like that that give me hope. He also has an absolutely stunning dedication to his fans. I even sent him a message, and he replied back to me. I said in the message he didn't have to, because he was probably pretty busy, but he still did. It was nothing big, it was just short. But people comment on his videos and stuff, hey, how did you do this? Or what did you use for this? And you see him constantly comment back. And people ask him, hey, can I use this song in something I'm making? And, he'll usually ask, oh, what's it for? And oh, sure, go ahead and use it. I don't think I've ever seen him say no to somebody. And it's so hard to find, is people who stay in contact with their fans so much. And it's just, that's one of the things I really, really like about the guy, is his dedication to his fans, which I think, as everything else, is just hard to find. Also, his music styles. He has very diverse music, if you go through and listen to it. He's very good at a lot of things, which you have those big name artists and stuff that usually have a genre that they make music to. This guy, as far as I can tell, can make it all over the board, and it's good, and as good as it can be. That's basically it about it. As I said, I'm going to be posting stuff about him in the subscription. Please, please, please go check out one or both of his channels. Also, check if you do nothing else, go check out Loyalty. It's a song that can be it does have its origin in something that probably not a lot of you are going to realize. But even if you don't know about that, it's still a great song. It's very good. Probably, I'll say my one of my top 5 favorite songs right now. Top 5, maybe even higher. I didn't necessarily think that up before the video, but it's up there. It's very good. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike if you don't. I don't think enough people on YouTube are honest. I dare you to dislike it, because I bet you won't. Now I'm going to get like 16. If you have any ideas or you would like to hear my opinions on anything, please send me a message, post it in the comments, make a video saying that I did a bad job. Let me know. Give me something back. I'm not quite sure how fast I'm going to be able to put these out, because I want to be able to put some sort of effort and thought into them. So I'll probably kind of get it dialed in here soon. I'll be able to get it out faster if you guys give me some stuff you like my opinion on. See? So go home, or you're probably already at home, and figure something out and send it to me. And I really appreciate it. Go ahead and exit the video. I want to explain a few things, which is just going to be rambling right now, because some of you might stay this long and wonder why I had my hands up the whole time, because it probably looks a little weird. It's because I've recorded this 2 times before, and one time I was just kind of hitting like my fingernails on a board I have my computer on. It's really loud and annoying, because I was doing it through the whole video, so I had to keep them up here. Another one, I got kind of fairly off track, so what I did is, I opened one of the WordPad things and kind of made myself, so if my eyes look like I'm looking down at the computer, that's why. I've put more effort into this than I did my high school essays already, which isn't saying much. Sorry, Mom. But thank you for watching, like I said earlier, and for staying this long and listening to my random talks about things. Have a great day, and